Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I do my dominant hand using my non-dominant hand, and I also share my basic dip application tutorial as well as a filing routine. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so quickly I want to start off by sharing the double dip bingo information. So I am using some double dip products in this video, and basically if you make a purchase on the double dip website that is $15 or more, you get the fun chance to win $2,000 of dip powders through a fun bingo game. So purchases up until the 18th of this month will be valid in on this prize, and the giveaway announcement starts 7/20/2020 in their Beauty Circle Facebook group, and I will leave all of the information in the description in case you are interested in learning more. So here are my clean and prep natural nails, and I'm going to be using the new Dip Bond liquid from Double Dip, and this is a nail dehydrator and it's going to prep the nails for the dip powder application. And for my base liquid, I'm going to be using my Rosalind Dip Liquid, as well as my Double Dip Black Dip Powder in the color Black. So first, I always like to open up the powder and give it a nice stir with some sort of stick, and this will just loosen up the powder and make it nice and fluffy. And as for the application itself, I like to wipe most of the dip powder base coat off of the brush so I'm able to get a nice thin layer. And then I do as few strokes as possible, typically one down the center of the nail, and then two down each side, and I dip into the powder and tap off any excess. And now I'm just going to be repeating that on all of my nails. So this video isn't really anything special, but a lot of you guys asked to see just a basic dip powder application, and I figured that since I was changing up the mani on my dominant hand, I would go ahead and show you guys. And something I do want to note is, yes, I am doing these nails with my non-dominant hand, so the application is a little bit slower than normal, but it's the same process that I always do, and it does get easier with time. So if you guys are struggling with doing your bad hand, this technique is definitely going to help, and I just recommend going slow and taking your time. So as you guys saw, after the first coat, I brushed off any of the excess powder, and now I'm going in for a second coat to get full opacity. And really, my main suggestion is to get as close to the cuticle area as possible without actually touching the skin. And another tip I really like to utilize if I get a sort of messy application is taking an orange wood stick and running it along the cuticle line. And this can really clean up a manicure and make it look as nice as possible. So I'm going to let you guys watch me finish up the second coat, and I will be right back. Alright, so once again I'm going to brush off any of the excess pigment on the nails, and now I'm going to be clear encapsulating. Now this is a necessary step in my personal dip powder application, just because I like the extra strength it gives my nails, and I like the protection it gives the color underneath. So I'm going to apply a nice thin layer of base once again, and then dip into the clear powder to seal in the pigment color I laid down before. Now, as I mentioned in a lot of my videos, clear encapsulating is not absolutely needed. However, I do find that it protects my manicures and make them look as best as possible, so I do it for all of my nails, and I've had no issues. So I'm going to finish up the clear, and then I will come back for activation. And now that all of the dip powder is laid down, I'm going to go ahead and activate using my Rosalind activator. So I'm applying 2 generous layers of this to all of my nails, and this is going to harden up all of the powder and make it ready for filing. Now, usually this is the point where I would skip over my filing and go right in with the top coat, but a lot of you guys have been requesting to see how I actually file my nails. So that is what I'm going to be showing you now. So I personally don't use an e-file when doing my dip powder. I find that it takes too much of the actual powder off, and I like the control of a hand file, so that is my personal preference, but I do know a lot of people like to use an e-file, and that is totally okay as well. But anyway, I'm going to take a 180 grit file and first start off by squaring up my free edge and side walls into sort of a mild coffin shape. Now, I like my nails to be a little bit more square and less tapered, so that is the look I go for, and I just slightly tilt the file to achieve that look. And I repeat that on all of my nails to make them as crisp as possible. Now, my nails are a little bit shorter right now, so I'm not going to make them as coffin-y as usual, but typically I leave the tips pretty square instead of tapered. I know that was kind of a long explanation to explain that, but anyway, now I'm going to be taking the file and going around the cuticle area. Now, I like to start off by doing this and blend the dip powder into the natural nail just to give a super nice and easy, clean look between the natural nail and dip powder. And this helps the nails look as natural as possible. So I just like to quickly round off the cuticles, and then I go straight down towards the tip of the nail to make them nice and even and the thickness I like. And then I just go over the rest of the nail to smooth it out and add some slight texture. So I know that was kind of a long explanation of what I do. You can probably just see what I'm doing by the video. So I'm going to let you guys watch me finish up this filing, and then I will come back. So here are the nails after filing and then cleansing with alcohol. So you can see that they have a nice matte look, and the curvature of the nails is really smooth and nice. And as always, I personally like to seal in my dip nails with a gel top coat. So that is what I'm going to be doing in this video, but you could also go in with another layer of activator here and then a dip powder top coat if that is your preference. But anyway, for this video I'm using gel, so I'm taking my Gershon gel top coat and applying a nice thin layer over the entire nail. And I think it is super satisfying to see the shine really come up on the nails and bring out the super dark black color under it. So I'm going to let you guys watch me finish up the gel polish application, and then I will come right back for the final look. So once I've cured the nails for a full 30 seconds, I'm going to apply my favorite Candy Skincare Cuticle Oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. And here is the finished dip powder manicure I did on my dominant hand using some Double Dip products. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I know this isn't a super interesting video because I didn't do a design or anything, but I thought I would just cover some of the basics and show how I normally do a dip powder manicure on my dominant hand. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.